as Old Dominion takes down Virginia Tech.
No, not yet. Let's see if it gets really weird first. Hi everyone and welcome back to the show. We'll get to the Old Dominion bummer in a minute, but before we get too far into that, we'd like to take a moment to look back and remember one of the great Hokie running backs of all time, Cyrus Lawrence. Lawrence starred for Coach Bill Dooley and a young Billy Height there from 1979 to 1982. His grace, power, and durability led him to become Tech's all-time leading rusher. He remains first in total attempts, as well as total yards with over 3,700. Lawrence is still tied for fourth all-time with 30 rushing touchdowns. Now, Lawrence's career had an impact in Blacksburg well after his playing days were over. Billy Height was his running backs coach, and of course the lone holdover from Dooley's staff onto the era of Frank Beamer. Now, he learned that you can give too many carries to a great running back, and Lawrence epitomized that. 843 career carries is by far the Tech record by several hundred, and continues to be, and hopefully will always be, because that is a lot of work. May or may not have contributed to a non-contact injury that Lawrence suffered his senior season, which limited him to 5 games. But Billy Height learned and said, you know what, we're going to rotate our running backs from now on, no matter how good they are, which became the case, whether it was Kevin Jones and Lee Suggs, or maybe an underrated tandem like Cedric Humes and Mike Emo. The guys always rotated and always ran the ball hard. Just like Cyrus Lawrence. So, back to the drawing board for Tech football. It was a little sloppy, and goodness gracious, that went poorly.
Are you surprised the lack of polish you guys showed tonight?
I am surprised. We were sloppy. You know, you can do all kinds of work with practice, but ultimately, that game film is to tell them. And there's good things, and there's things we got to improve on.
Now, if you read my post-game cheers and jeers column, you know that I was critical, but also understanding that there are limitations to this football team. The roster has clearly had some issues over the last few years, and will continue to as the team and staff grow and learn and fill it in with new guys, frankly. It's nothing to say that the guys here aren't trying very hard. I think that they'll be on the right track starting this week. So what does BC have? Well, they lost to Rutgers.
Is it too much to ask? Can I get an autograph, Coach Schiano?
I can't take you anywhere.
That Rutgers team might be okay, but they're not that great, and Boston College looked to struggle in a number of areas that the Hokies can take advantage of, particularly along the offensive line. The Tech defensive line looks solid, so if they can continue to get push and pressure with blitzes, well, that looks optimistic for me. I'm going to take Boston College by 1 point in this game, but I think the Hokies have a great chance to win this. In fact, favored by 3 at home, I believe, something like that, which is essentially a toss-up. They tend to give the home team 3 points. But don't listen to my thing about gambling and lines. I don't know what I'm talking about. Check out the locks of Saturday. They always have you set to go for the games all across the country. Listen to them, download it, do your thing. And don't forget the Sons of Saturday, of course. They are back as always. There's a lot of good writing on the site. I will not stop talking about it. Everybody is contributing really cool stuff. Keep an eye on sonsofsaturday.com. So, Hokies look to bounce back this week, and we'll look for more weird excuses to make jokes and sketches a week from now. In the meantime, go Hokies, go Bills, go sports.
Come on, JC.